know anything about this movie with Mariovanpeebles.
Girl, I wouldn't have known about it until he came on The View, and Whoopi's in it.
Now, Whoopi needs to do a better job of telling when she's in movies and stuff.
You know what? She may have, and we may have missed that. Ma, did you know Whoopi was in a movie? Whoopi in a movie? Yeah, did you know that? Did she ever advertise that she was going to be in a movie with Mariovanpeebles? No, because usually she'll say, because she's always gone on Fridays.
Right.
So she leaves that day open to do what she needs to do, travel, be in other events and stuff. But she's actually playing, gosh, I wish I knew the name. It'll probably say that in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually playing a person from the past that was in the Western time.
Oh, really?
It's a black lady. I don't know her name. She was like 6'1" or something, real tall lady, carried a gun, and she was a coach doing what Whoopi's doing in the movie.
So this is a true story.
She's a true character.
Okay.
So maybe your thing, when you read on it, it will talk about that.
Hey, Wendy.
Can you hear us? La la. Okay.
There she is.
There you go.
All right. So we got. Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay.
Got the hair did again.
She got a new hairstyle.
Oh, girl. I ain't mad at you.
You know, black people change their hairstyle. Black women change. Y'all be changing y'all hairstyle.
Every week is something.
You and Lenore, you know what? Y'all kind of matching again, the color.
No, she's a little bit more, you're not in the burgundy zone. You in a yes, orangey more than the burgundy. Okay.
It looked about the same to me.
It's cute.
All right, look at y'all. Everybody all fancy danced up.
Okay.
And y'all kind of color coordinated.
With what?
I look horrible. I look the same way I always do.
She said that. I didn't.
This is me at home. You guys get, yep, that's who y'all get. Y'all get me at home. This is what I look like. Yep. Wendy's, you said I'm in. Emerald says y'all clowning on my salutations. Oh Lord.
Can you hear it? Every time I press it, Mama laughs. A little fake audience.
Emerald says y'all clowning on my salutations.
I know we missed that. That's a very different, unique greeting.
Monica says nothing's going on much, guys, and everybody saying hi to each other. Emerald says I can't hear Wendy. Can you hear her now?
Uh-oh. Keep talking, Wendy.
Let us know later on if y'all hear her.
Yeah, put it in the chat if you can.
If you can hear her or not.
If you can or can't, yeah.
But anyway, I was starting off talking about this new Mariovanpeebles movie.
Yes.
It's a Western. And it's called Outlaw Posse with Whoopi Goldberg.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has a number of actors in there. It's Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, really?
You'll read it. You'll see who else is in there.
All right.
March 1st, it actually opens.
It comes out March 1st.
I can't hear Wendy. You still can't hear her? Is this
No, that's old.
That's old? I'm sorry.
No, don't.
I'm sorry.
Don't listen to her. She's trying to read what I'm doing.
She said no sound on Wendy.
So no sound on you, Wendy. Hold on.
Do we need to undo? Oh, maybe that needs to be undone at the top. No?
No, that's something else.
Hey, so I don't know if that has something to do with you bringing your face on.
Let us know if y'all can hear her now, y'all.
Oh, my God.
Let us know if you can hear Wendy.
Was that top one supposed to be on though?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Let us know. Now we can hear.
Hello? Hello?
No, we cannot hear anything.
Okay, so we'll keep going. We'll keep going, and then they'll tell us if they can hear you.
But I'm scared that we need to keep.
All right, let me try something.
We'll find out, Lenore.
Okay,
we'll have to see.
Okay.
So Mariovanpeebles, Whoopi Goldberg. What they say?
Yes, we can.
They can hear you now, Wendy. Now where'd she go?
You know. It's like 10 minutes to get on and get going.
They can hear you. They can hear you.
Thank you, God.
All right, they can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right, everybody can hear each other. Let's move on. For God's sakes.
We gotta know. Christopher said, yes, I can hear.
Jesus. All
We
right.
have to make sure our audience can hear
All
us.
right. Everybody can hear.
Okay, go
All right.
ahead.
Let's keep.
Okay, simmer down.
All right.
Simmer down.
Outlaw Posse.
Got it,
This
got
movie is coming out March 1st.
Read it.
Mariovanpeebles. He wrote and he directed it. Okay.
I loved him in the first posse. He was awesome.
Oh, so this
Yeah,
is
another one.
Oh,
I'll
so this
never
is a
forget when he pulled his shirt off and jumped into that water. Oh my God.
Was his dad in the other one? Wasn't his dad in the other one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I
His
don't
dad
think so.
passed away, I know.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, this cast, you said the people in the cast. Some of these names I don't know, but you guys might know them. William Mapother or something.
Mm-hmm.
John Carroll Lynch. DC Youngfly.
DC Youngfly.
I know DC Youngfly.
Yeah.
Jack Manley.
Uh-huh.
Mandela Van Peebles. So that must be Mario's
That's his son, Mandela.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, Mandela.
They asked him about his name. How you feel about it? He said, of course, he's proud to have that name.
And Amber Rain Smith.
Mm-hmm.
William McDonald. Neil McDonald.
For the Minority
Report. Okay. And he was in Captain America and First Avengers. So they the white guys in it, I guess. Producers are Kip Conweiser and Joshua Russell. Outlaw Posse is set in the Wild West in 1908, where man and power take advantage of an unfair world where corruption and greed run deep. So he's a renegade cowboy, that's Mariovanpeebles, and he's eager to restore balance. So Mama probably like this movie. Mm-hmm. She like any movie where it's one guy against the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mariovanpeebles.
The unrealistic ones, where one man army.
In real life, they shoot him down in the first 5 seconds.
Exactly.
And he's so handsome. He's a handsome guy.
He is. He seems like a good guy too. The way he
he does. He does.
Now,
did you see him in Sweet Sweetback when he was having intercourse at 6 years old?
Oh
no,
I
didn't see that.
Yeah, Sweet Sweetback. In the beginning of the movie, he's having sex with a white woman. He's not 6. He's 7 years old. Dang. It's in the very beginning. In the very beginning of the movie, he's having sex with a white woman, and he's a child.
Really?
And they show it on the movie?
They show that?
And they show it in Sweet Sweetback, which was written by his father.
Wow.
His father was the writer. His father was the director. And he was a little boy, 7 years old, having intercourse with a white woman.
Was they just showing?
His father directed it. And wrote it.
Shame.
If you can stand it, go look at it, but you might be embarrassed.
It reminds me of the. It's not even as bad as his is worse than the Snoop Dogg one with the kids. Snoop Dogg's kids just cussed. They wasn't in the bed with nobody.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the bed. As a matter of fact, as soon as you turn it on, as soon as the movie comes on, it's the first thing you see.
What can a 7-year-old do? I mean, come on, Dad. Why you even put that in the script?
Oh, maybe he was trying to show that he was being, the word. You can't say the word on the thing.
Promiscuous?
No, the other word that starts with an M.
Oh, okay.
Macho. What, macho?
No, don't say it. When you do the whatever. Okay. All right, whatever.
We don't want to be scared to get cut off right now.
So anyway,
I don't know what it means.
But thank you though for that update.
So Whoopi Goldberg, it says she's a stagecoach driver. Okay, so she's a gun-toting stagecoach driver,
and she's actually a real person in the past that was.
It's based loosely off of.
Yeah, they didn't say her name though.
Yeah, they got it on here.
Coach. What's her name? Coach somebody. She was like 6 feet something. This
Vince
black
Lawman,
woman.
Angel, the Posse called a deadly gunfight. Stagecoach Mary.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what she's playing. And they showed a picture of her holding a gun. And I think that's what her job was. Partly her job. And Whoopi's playing that part.
Good. Well, I wanted to say.
Let's do the screen thing too when you're ready. The video of it.
Oh, let's do that now then. I didn't know you had a video.
I don't know if you can see it, Wendy. I know you have trouble seeing videos. We're playing a video now.
Here we go.
I'm going to look at my TV. I just can't hear it.
It's a true American history lesson about the Wild West. And I could not wait to ride the range with him, which I did. Take a look. We're part of the first generation who could call a black man, legally call a black man, father. When we was born, enslaved, black man couldn't do nothing with his kids. So how's he doing this, Pa? I guess that means you're gonna need some practice. You remember your Pa?
Oh, yeah. They hung him for teaching me how to read. And then they told me to call some old white priest father and the slave owner master.
Yeah.
And they told me that by law, I had to take the master's last name.
Right.
I said, with all them laws, I'm gonna grow up to be outlaw for sure.
Very cute. Please welcome Mariovanpeebles.
All right, so that was good. Now I will say this, and you guys, they always take my black card every time I say stuff like this. That background was cheesy. No, I'm sorry. This is a black movie. I know I don't want to say
budget
it, but that looks like a
He probably should have done. Maybe he should have been at Tyler Perry's.
When Google Fiber first launched 1 gig,
it looked like
it cost
$70.
Okay, but today it costs.
I just told you.
It looked like a green screen.
Oh.
It looked like something we would shoot here in our house. So he must have had a low budget. He didn't have a lot of budget on this.
Probably did.
But again, I would go see it. You know, it's a black movie. We want to support.
And Black Cowboys was real back then. That's what he was saying. He kind of told the story. Historically, we don't know that. Our kids don't know they're black cowboys back then.
Yep. Well, here we go. In 1907, cowboy Nate Love recounts stories from his life on the frontier. This is about black cowboys. People don't talk about that anymore.
They don't.
Like the Django. The Django was a black cowboy.
Yeah.
The Django.
Yeah, he sure was.
It says in the typical 19th century cowboy, they come from a source rarely associated with the Wild West. Love was African American, born into slavery near Nashville, Tennessee. Few images embody the spirit of the American West, as well as trailblazing, sharpshooting, horseback riding cowboys of American lore. And though African American cowboys don't play a part in the narrative, historians estimate that 1 in 4 cowboys back then were black.
1 out of
1 in 4 cowboys was black.
Yeah. Because you think about them tending to
That's
the horses
surprising.
and cows and the.
See, that's surprising, isn't it?
Yeah.
The cowboy
They hide everything we do, so it's not surprising. Everything we do, they cover it up.
It says the cowboy lifestyle.
A lot of it we did first.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
The cowboy lifestyle came into its own in Texas, which had been cattle country since it was colonized by Spain in the 1500s. So you got to look, like you were saying, Lenore, a lot of these were cow hands. So they was out there tending. And you think they going to use Mexicans and black people to do that.
And they already, Mario was saying, they were already calling them boys. So they were cowboys. They wrestled the horses. They rolled them. They took care of them. They were actually cowboys.
Now, while it was under Mexican territory, it said, though the Mexican government opposed slavery, Americans bought slaves with them as they settled the frontier and established cotton farms and cattle ranches. By 1825, slaves accounted for nearly 25% of the Texas population. By 1860, 50 years after it became part of the Union, that number had risen to 30%. So there was reported 182,000 slaves living in Texas. So there you go.
Wow.
Interesting. He's bringing it alive.
Very interesting.
It said while the ranchers fought in the war, they depended on their slaves to maintain the land and the cattle.
Makes sense, don't it? They going off to war in the Civil War, and the blacks is taking care of the property and the land.
In doing so, the slaves developed the skills of cattle tending, which is breaking horses, pulling calves out of the mud, and releasing longhorns caught in the bush. That would render them individual to the Texas cattle industry as post-war era. So that's kind of the beginning of the black cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
They were ranchers. They were the ones that tended the animals and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So all this stuff about black people
Outlaw Posse.
being lazy and all this stuff.
Thank
we wasn't lazy when we was,
taking care of their
taking
land.
care of land and the kids and everything else. So
yep.
And
so there you go.
We couldn't drink their water, but we could breastfeed their babies.
Oh yeah, back in
the line that they were saying in that trailer, that little portion, black slave fathers couldn't call their dads father. It was hard for him to get used to calling him his son.
Now, freed slaves, they said, skilled in herding cattle, found themselves in even greater demand when ranchers began selling their livestock to the northern states. They didn't have a lot of railroad back then, so they had to physically herd them up to the north. So it said the lack of significant railroads in the state meant that enormous herds of cattle needed to be physically moved from Kansas, Colorado, and Missouri. Rounding up herds on horseback, cowboys. You know what? That's what that Buffalo Soldier, is that they were soldiers.
Yeah.
And they rode horses and all that.
Uh-huh.
So I think a lot of this stuff we don't know because we don't know our history.
Yeah.
That's why.
And what's his name in Florida?
And yet they're still trying to present critical race theory to make it even worse.
Thank you.
Right.
And then pick and choose who can learn.
Yeah.
Black history.
Right?
So there you go. So when you think of cowboys, it's not far-fetched to go see this movie and see black people as cowboys because you just saw it said 30% of the population of Texas at that time was black. Well, slaves.
Slaves.
So there you go. So I'm glad Mariovanpeebles is doing this movie.
And it's a generation thing because his son now is working with him.
His son is working with him.
Well, I know the first Posse was very good. I really liked it.
Okay.
I can still remember him taking his shirt off, jumping in the water. I'll never forget.
You mentioned that a couple of times. So. I sure did. So we know
That's my favorite part of the movie.
Mariovanpeebles was hot. Remember when light skinned man was in? Everybody was like a Mariovanpeebles. Then dark men start coming in and they start moving him out.
You know what?
I don't know why he reminds me of Lenny Kravitz. They don't look alike, but he reminds me of the same.
Oh, does he? That look?
The skin color.
Same type of guy. Same type of guy.
Yeah. All right.
There was an episode in Living Single where Regine was dating both of them. She was dating because Mario
I remember
he played
that.
the news person, the sports or news or whatever weather, and his dad Mariovanpeebles was his father, and she didn't know that they were related.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yep, they dated.
That was a good episode.
You gotta choose which one you want. He had that little funny hairstyle, and she chose the dad.
Now. Since we're on the thing of cowboys, that makes me think of country music.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You're trying to do a little transition
so
here.
Transitioning to
it was a segue.
Segue.